All right, so in class today, we read about greed. It was talking about how Maury, which is the old man with ALS, he was talking about how greed is bad. It's like everyone wants something, right? We just gotta step away from it and recognize. Wait, I think I'm mixing like two chapters together. What are your thoughts on greed?
I think that greed is the reason behind everything that's wrong in the world. Like if you think about it, war, why do people go to war? Because they want something. They're greedy. It's for money, or they don't like this type of group. It's their want of a certain something that causes people to go insane and be a little not humanistic.
Humanistic.
Yeah.
So like, you're saying greed is a bad thing?
Yes, I think greed is a bad thing.
How do you step away? How do you not be greedy?
Not being greedy. Well, first of all, greed is like a part of human nature. So it's kind of impossible to entirely step away from that. But I think to distance yourself, like as best as you can, would be to really come to terms with the fact that you're not gonna get everything that you want.
What does that mean?
Like there's no amount of money or whatever that's gonna satisfy you. You just gotta come to terms with that not everything is gonna be great, not everything's gonna be perfect, and not everything's gonna come your way. So once you accept that, I think the bad part of greed kind of goes away a little more,
That kind of ties into another thing we read about accepting the situation that you are in, right? Like, so the guy, obviously he has ALS, he's dying, he can't move his feet, but he's like being wiped by people. His his butt is being wiped, and he's talking about like a change in perspective can help, because like now, instead of seeing it as, oh no, I can't even move my arms, I can't even like go to the restroom by myself, he's like, I'm being treated like a baby again, and I miss that.
Yeah.
So do you think a change in perspective would
like you just change, like greed, when you're greedy, you're just unsatisfied with how your life is currently. So if you change your perspective, like think more positively, like I enjoy my current situation. I mean, you don't have to necessarily enjoy it, but like I accept it, and I will work harder for it in like normal, natural, good ways, instead of killing people for it. Then like the greed, it's still there. Like you still want more, but it's not to the point where it's gonna cause such a negative reaction.
Do you think that's like harder to do in our generation, especially with like our phones and technology?
Yes. Technology, it allows you access to like other people. You see them. You see like, oh, if they can have this life, why can't I have mine? Comparison. What's that word? What's that saying?
What, comparison?
Yeah, comparison is like,
you literally just said that.
The thief of joy or whatever.
Comparison.
Like social media, technology, you see, you compare, you're like, it makes you more greedy because you're like, oh, other people. It's hard for you to accept the situation you're in when you see the other people who are exactly like you, exactly like you, like
exactly like you.
Not exactly like you, but like in the same circumstances.
The people you want to be.
Like right now, you can see you're 16, right? You're like a 16-year-old, like is playing at the world stage for this giant football club, and he's making millions of dollars, and you're like, oh, I'm 16 too, why couldn't I be like that? You know what I mean?
That kind of ties into more envy. So we'll talk about this tomorrow.
It is envy, but it's
when
also
we talk
greed,
about
because you
envy.
greed,